In a world constantly demanding validation, there is a quiet strength in not needing to be seen. Everywhere you turn, someone is chasing applause, fighting to be acknowledged, to be heard, to be admired. They hustle not for meaning, but for recognition. But what if the applause never comes? What if no one claps, no one praises, no one watches? Would your life still hold value? Yes, it would. Because true worth isn't found in how others see you, but in how you see yourself when the lights go out and the noise fades. You are not born to prove your existence to anyone. You are born to live it. Let others chase shadows. Let them sculpt masks to wear in public, but you can choose differently. You can live from the center of your being. You can decide that your peace is more important than their approval. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." And there lies the paradox. The more you stop trying to impress, the freer you become. Do you remember the last time you did something because your soul told you to? Not because someone was watching. Not because you were being evaluated, but because it felt right. That moment is who you really are. That's the version of you that doesn't need a stage. The need to prove is born from fear. The fear of being overlooked, misunderstood, rejected. But when you accept that your worth doesn't rise or fall with someone's opinion, something extraordinary happens. You become untouchable, quietly powerful, anchored. Think of Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome. With all the power in the world, he wrote not for glory but to himself. His journals, never meant to be published, reveal the heart of a man trying not to conquer the world but his own ego. He reminds us, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. How backwards is that? We shape our lives around people who will forget us. We spend years proving things to those who barely understand us. But the tragedy isn't that they don't see our value. It's that we waste so much time trying to make them. When you stop proving and start being, your energy shifts. You no longer bend to please. You walk your own path. Whether it's celebrated or ignored, you learn to find joy in obscurity, clarity in solitude, and purpose in silence. Seneca said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." And perhaps that's the price of always performing, and we scatter ourselves. But when we let go of the performance, we come home to who we are. Not everyone will understand your path. That's okay. It's not for them, it's for you. Some will misjudge you. Others will try to box you in. Let them. Their misunderstanding does not define you. Your response to it does. Real strength isn't loud. It doesn't beg to be noticed. It is steady, grounded, at peace in its own skin. You don't need to be better than anyone. You don't need to convince anyone of anything. You don't need to win invisible battles in rooms that don't even remember your name. You are not a brand. You are not a billboard. You are not a performance. You are a soul, a being, a presence. You don't have to be extraordinary to be enough. You already are. So exhale. Let go of the tight grip around your worth. Let go of the endless comparison. Let go of the need to prove. And simply beautifully live. Why is it that we carry this invisible weight on our shoulders? The need to be seen, to be validated, to be accepted by those who may never understand the depth of our journey. Epictetus would remind us that our task is not to dance for others, but to walk our path with integrity. If you seek approval from others, you have made yourself their slave, he said. Let that sink in. When you allow your happiness to be governed by someone else's applause, you no longer own your peace. You're performing in a theater that doesn't even care to know the script of your soul. There is a profound kind of freedom in deciding, I no longer need to prove anything. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "Ambition means tying your well-being to what other people say or do. Self-indulgence means tying it to the things that happen to you, but sanity means tying it to your own actions." Ask yourself, whose voice is directing your life? Is it your own, calm and rooted in clarity? Or is it the voice of the world, shouting expectations, drawing comparisons, demanding proof? You are not born to be a puppet to the audience. You were born to live according to your nature. And your nature is reason, virtue, peace, and simplicity, not chaos, not constant proving. Remember this, the Stoic path is not about loud victories, it is about silent mastery. You do not need to convince anyone of your worth. You only need to live in such a way that your life becomes the evidence. Quiet, steady, consistent. Stop showing up to battles that were never yours. Stop explaining your heart to people, committed to misunderstanding it. Stop burning your energy to keep others warm when they refuse to light their own fire. Your existence is not a product to market, nor a concept to defend. It is a flame, and your only duty is to keep it burning with truth. You have nothing to prove to anyone, only someone to become quietly, deeply, fully, and that someone is already within you. You see, life is brief, too brief to spend it performing. The hours you spend trying to be seen could have been hours of becoming grounded, becoming still, becoming whole. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, warned us, life is long if you know how to use it, but how do most of us use it? Scrolling through validation, comparing wounds, silently begging to be acknowledged. Why? Because we think being seen means being valued, but being seen is not the same as being known, and being known is not the same as being loved. So many waste their years polishing a mask, when the soul behind it remains untouched. There is an inner silence that does not scream for recognition, yet radiates wisdom. This is the Stoic way, to live not for attention but for alignment. Not for praise but for purpose, not for applause but for virtue. You must understand, if they do not clap, it does not mean you did not sing beautifully. If they do not see, it does not mean your light isn't real. If they do not love you as you are, it does not mean you are not worthy of love. Their blindness is not your burden. The work is yours, the peace is yours, the discipline is yours, the becoming is yours. You don't have to post every win. You don't have to explain every choice. You don't have to fight every insult. You don't have to join every race. You are allowed to walk slowly with eyes focused inward, building a life you don't need to justify. Let others think what they want. You live what you are. You're not behind, you're not late, you're not forgotten. You are simply being refined, not displayed. Because true value, it doesn't scream, it just is. In this noisy world, stillness is rebellion. They'll call you lazy for resting, arrogant for walking away, strange for not posting, invisible for not competing. But none of that matters. What matters is peace. A peace that cannot be taken by opinions, trends, or expectations. A peace built on inner clarity, not outer applause. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The approval of others is a fickle thing, so instead of chasing it, focus on being the person your own soul approves of." You don't have to win life in their eyes, you just have to stop losing it in your own. There's a quiet strength in not responding, a sacred dignity in not reacting, a rare confidence in not explaining yourself. This is where true power lives. The Stoics taught us to retreat within, not to hide, but to rebuild, to let the storm pass while the soul remains anchored. To trust in what cannot be seen, your reason, your values, your inner flame. Stop trading your authenticity for admiration. What are you proving, and to whom? To a crowd that forgets you tomorrow? To voices that don't know your heart? To systems built on shallow rewards? No. There is more to you than what can be performed, more to your worth than what can be measured. Don't reduce your essence to a scoreboard. Let them run, let them shout, let them chase. You walk quietly in the direction of meaning. You let your days be honest, your nights be still, and your journey untouched by the need to impress. You are not here to convince the world. You are here to become whole. Every breath you take in silence is a revolution. Every time you choose solitude over spectacle, you reclaim your life. You stop performing, you start living. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Because truth is quiet. Growth is invisible, and self-mastery often looks like failure to the crowd. But in that stillness, you find what others are too distracted to notice. The richness of a clear conscience. The luxury of no longer needing permission to be yourself. The rare peace of not being at war with who you are. Let them misunderstand you, let them gossip, let them pass judgment. You didn't come this far just to entertain them. You didn't awaken just to fall back asleep in their praise. You didn't survive everything just to seek validation from people who don't carry your soul. You are not a mirror for others to see themselves. You are a flame, meant to burn quietly, steadily, without approval. So walk your path even if no one claps. Rest when you must, even if they call it weakness. And speak only when your words rise from still waters, not from noise or fear. This is not surrender, this is not hiding, this is mastery. Thank you for walking this far with your soul awake. If this message touched something within you, your truth, your strength, your silence, then let it live on. Subscribe to this channel if your heart still seeks quiet wisdom in a chaotic world. Share it with those who are tired of proving, tired of pretending, and ready to just be. This is Stoic Wisdom, and you're not alone. Stay steady, stay free,